Hey everyone, and welcome to my January and 2022 bullet journal spreads and shop drop. So obviously we're now heading into 2022, which means it is time to show you my new bullet journal spreads and what I'm uploading to the shop in terms of spreads and also t-shirt stuff. So let's get right into it and kickstart this all off. So the first thing I'm going to show you is my January opening spread, where I've got obviously all the days of the month with this nice simple title, and then also all of these flying books. Now I've left this intentionally blank, so if you want to leave it in black and white you can, but also if you are into colouring these in and you have a colour scheme, you can then cover these in whichever colour scheme you've got essentially. So that is my first page. I've then also got this one, which is my Pages Red spread, if I can get... There we go. Please excuse my terrible tablet using skills and filming skills, by the way. This is the first time I'm filming with this camera and trying to do some sort of like spread video, so apologies if this looks like a mess. But I then also have my Pages Red spread, so I can just sort of colour in which days I have read that week. And then I've also got the words Pages Red, which you admittedly can't see. Hopefully you'll see it in my journal in a minute, and it just says Pages Red in these book covers at the top. I next have something that isn't bookish, but this is 2022's best movies, because I am a really big movie fan, so what I thought I'd do is make a nice spread as well where I can write down all of my favourites. I've then got my mood tracker, which is just very simple. It's every single day I just colour it in depending on my mood. This is where I can put my key, so I can like put down whichever moods I'm in, and then just colour in all of these according to the days of the week. So there's that one. I've then also got this goals tracker here as well, where I have just written down basically all my goals in here and stuck it into my journals, and then it just says goals at the top here in the book covers again. And I really like this spread. I'll show it in my actual journal in a minute, but you can use it for whatever you want, but I just thought it was a nice sort of big bit of open space where you can write down all of your goals without it looking like a boring list. I then have a different version of the monthly calendar. This one I've left intentionally blank, so you can write down essentially the days of the week for any month of the year, so you can use it basically universally all year if you want, or just for specific months. It depends on your feelings about it, but it's just a simple calendar here. And then I've also got a space down here for you to write down your goals for that specific month. I've also got this here, which is my books read spread, so I've got a different version of this, which is just tracking how many books I read. There's enough space in here for 175 books, so if you are a big reader of graphic novels, or if you're a very quick reader, you can mark it all down here. I've then also got this one as well, which is a simple Goodreads goal one instead. This one has 60 books on it. My goal for the year is 60 books, so I thought I'd have this one as well as a sort of nice way to sort of see how many books that I have read and just how close I am to my goal. And then I also have this, which is my 2022 opening page, which is just more of the bookshelf spread with a nice simple 2022 in black and pink. I've then also got this series tracker, which is nice and simple again, so you just write in here the name of the series and then colour in each box as you read that associated book. I've got 5 book slots and also 10 book slots for those longer series, so it's nice and sort of universal depending on how long the series you're reading is. And then I have the weekly spreads. They look like this, so you've got a nice amount of room to write down anything that's happening this week, and then also with this little bookish design underneath as well. So if you are like me, who likes to have a little bit of decoration on your weekly spreads, this is where you have it. Again, I've left this blank, so you can colour it in according to your scheme if you want to, or you can just keep it simple in black and white. And then I have this version as well of the Pages Red spread, so if you're more of a chart kind of person, then you've also got this version. This is in 50 page increments, so you can obviously colour in how many pages you read that day according to this graph as well. And then I've also just got a little bit here of bookshelf design, so you've just got a little bit of design on there as well. And if you want, you could maybe colour code this to the books you've read, so you can colour in a book there that means you've read, I don't know, a comic or something, and then you can colour it in up here as well with the matching colour, I guess. I don't know. Just do whatever you want with that, essentially. I just thought it'd be a nice little bit of decoration. And then onto some of the t-shirt designs. I've got this one, which is Go Away, I'm Reading in Scrabble Letters, because who doesn't like a bit of Scrabble, and also who does like being interrupted while they're reading, essentially. So this one's going to be available on t-shirts, notebooks, all of the good stuff on Redbubble, and on t-shirts on the Etsy store. Then I've got this one, which is If Found, Please Return to the Library, with these little star designs and things like this, because let's be honest here, who doesn't want to be returned to the library? And then I've also got this version as well, which is If Found, Please Return to the Bookstore, because again, who doesn't like being taken back to the bookstore? Now, all of these will be available on stickers, notebooks, t-shirts, all the rest of it, again on Redbubble, and then will also be available as t-shirts on the Etsy store. Okay, so now I've shown you the blank spreads. Now let's show you exactly what I've done in my actual journal. Okay, so let's get going now on my journals. This one is a Black Widow one that says, sorry I'm late, I was busy saving the universe, which was a present of my best friend for Christmas, so a very big thank you to my best friend. And this one is going to be my reading journal, and this one is going to be my reading journal, and I've just covered it in Marvel stickers, which actually glow in the dark because I didn't want it to be plain. I don't like plain journal covers, so I just sort of decorated it with some of my faves, including Doctor Strange, Vision, Spider-Man and Wolverine, and then this just big A here because why not? So I'm going to start with the reading journal because that makes the most sense. So I started out here with this sort of multiversal page break thing because I saw a few people doing that sort of ripped page look with things coming out of the page. So what I thought I'd do is give it a multiversal thing because I'm a nerd and I'm just excited for everybody to turn up essentially in the MCU. So this is the original Fantastic Four. I'm not expecting them to turn back up again, but they are my favourite. They are my childhood. I've then got Deadpool here, Quicksilver played by Evan Peters, Miles Morales, and also Kitty Pryde, because I just thought that looked quite cool. I'm quite happy with how that turned out, and I'm very happy to have this as the start of my reading journal. And then left this page blank because I want to put something else here, like a nice title page, something like that. I'm not entirely sure yet, but I thought I'd leave it blank just for now. Then I have my goals here, so my goals include reading 60 books, reading more diverse authors, read at least 3 retellings, finish at least 4 series, work through some of the older books on my TBR, and then also cut down my archive of our own list, because it is quite frankly huge. And then I've also finished it off with a nice little bit of washi tape here, because I just wanted to give it a little bit of decoration. Then this is my series tracker, so I've got the Wayfarer series, which is Becky Chambers series, Not Even Bones. I don't think that's what it's called, that's what the first book's called, but I started this year, really enjoyed it. I've then also got Rat Queens, which is a series I want to reread because I got to like the 4th one, but it's been a while, so I want to restart it. Children stands for the Something Is Killing the Children graphic novel series. I started reading this again this year, then spoiler alert, I got the next 2 for Christmas, so I definitely want to continue on with this series. New X-Men is the continuation of the Brian Michael Bendis series, which I started like 2 years ago now, which like follows on from like House of M, things like this. Really enjoyed it, so I want to continue on with that. Shadowhunters is obviously Cassandra Clare's Shadowhunters series, because I definitely need to carry on with that. I'm like maybe 6 books behind or something, so I use the 10 bit here because I quite frankly don't know how many books I am behind by, so I thought I'd better be safe. Discworld, I'm not expected to read 10 Discworld books. I am taking part in Turtle Recall, but I'm only aiming for 1 to 5 books. But I thought I'd have 10 here just in case something happens and I end up reading loads. I've also got the Fable series. This is a graphic novel series I really enjoy, which is basically a whole bunch of fairy tale retellings. It's sort of like Once Upon a Time, but for adults essentially, and I really enjoy it. So that's where this comes in, and I would like to just try and read as many as I can, essentially. I'm up to like, I've got up to about volume 8, so I thought I'd give myself a lot of room to fill this in. Dawn of X is self-explanatory. I am up to volume 8, maybe 9 on Dawn of X, and I'm really enjoying it, but this is also going to be including the Reign of X and everything else. I just thought I'd call it Dawn of X because that just made sense to me. And then finally, I also have the Champion series. Now, this is another graphic novel series that I really enjoy following people like Miss Marvel, Miles Morales, Viv Vision, Ironheart, a whole load of others. I found it really fun when I read it, and I want to read more of it because obviously Ironheart is coming to the MCU along with Miss Marvel, and also we have the Into the Spider-Verse 2 coming out this year. So what I want to do is catch up on Champions to read more about these characters. And then I finished it off with 2 little strips of washi tape as well, just to add that pop of colour for now. Then I've also got here the big 175 bookshelf thing here, and I've just decorated it again with little bits of washi tape on the various shelves, and I'm going to be colouring this in as I read each book. And then I've just finished it off with a little Groot because there was a little bit of space there and I wanted to put a sticker on there. Then this is my Goodreads challenge, so this is my 60 books, so I'm just going to be colouring in each one as I go along and just counting down until I get to my 60 book goal. And I've just finished it off with a little Doctor Strange as well because I'm a nerd and I really wanted to, essentially. I then have fanfiction bingo because I saw somebody else do this for a different series or just their general reading, and I quite frankly need to motivate myself to actually read more fanfiction because, like I said on my goals, my Archive of Our Own list is huge, quite frankly, and it needs cutting down. So what I thought I'd do is create a little bingo board to sort of motivate me a bit. So on here I've got over 50k words, a fan favourite, one that's been on the list for over 2 years, one that's been on the list for over 3 years because I've definitely got some of those in season, so that could be like a seasonal read, so one set at like Easter or Christmas, Halloween, whatever. And then a funny read because I do like a bit of a funny read on occasion. Angsty because I love an angsty fanfic, quite frankly. Alternate universe, which is pretty self-explanatory. I love an alternate universe fanfic as well. And then a series because I've saved a lot of series over the years and I want to get to at least one of them. Then we have my priority books. I'm not going to go through them all here because that will be a video for actually January, so I'm just going to go through that all there. But this is just some of the books I desperately want to get to. I realised too late that this was 21 books, not 22, but I'm quite happy with this. There's a lot on here that I desperately want to read. I've got a good mix of graphic novels and novels, very happy with that. And then I filled up this blank space with a picture of McFly, then an Iron Man and a Captain America as well. Then we have a sci-fi reading challenge. I've forgotten the name of it. I will write it on screen when I look at it while I'm editing. So this is where I want to put down pictures of the sci-fis I read this year. And this is the sort of goal bit here. I'm hoping to get to Interstellar Explorer, and then because it's a sci-fi reading challenge I have decorated it with the Starfleet logo and then several of the Star Trek Next Generation character stickers I've been saving them for a very long time, so I thought it was time to use them. Star Trek Next Gen is my favourite version of Star Trek apart from the Chris Pine lot, so I thought it would be a perfect time to use them along with a little Enterprise and a little bit of Galaxy washi tape. Then this is where my turtle recall bit goes, where I will be just printing out the Discworld books I read this year and putting it there. And this is just the level 1 counterweight continent little bit of info and stuff on the Discworld that was on the reading challenge website that I thought I'd stick in as well. Then we go on to January. I have stamped in January and then just added this little bit of washi tape and a Crowley and a Xerophile. This is actually a shot from series 2 of Good Omens. I've been obsessed with Good Omens for a few years now, so I thought I'd put this in here and just sort of spread the Good Omens love a little bit further, even though there's nothing Good Omens happening in January. I just thought it'd be a good place to put it. I've then got this, which is the pages read, so I'm just going to be colouring in each day I read here. And then on the next page I have the more in-depth pages read with the 50-page increments, and I'm just going to be colouring in each line as I read throughout the month. And then I may also colour code this bit, I'm not sure yet. And then I finished it off with a little bit of washi tape again. And then I have my 3 Avengers reading challenge bits as well. These are the new character boards. I admit I've also got to stick in here as well the characters I lost through the last boss battle that I did not collect again before the end of the year. And I've also got to put in as well the characters I did not collect last year as well, so I can just sort of work my way through. So I've got to get those in as well, and then I also need to stick in my TBR and everything else. I haven't decided that yet because I haven't filmed my TBR yet. I've got an idea of some of the things I want to read, but I'm not putting anything down until basically after I've done my TBR. So that is the end of the reading journal. And now onto the actual bullet journal. So if we go past the contents page, I've put this little Gwenpool bit in here as well, because this is the kind of energy I want to bring into 2022, in the sense of fangirl living her best life, her best dreams and all the rest of it. And also, I wouldn't mind a sword. I'm not going to lie, one of my sort of unreasonable goals for 2022 is to finally own a sword, but that's probably not going to happen. But I want to live my best Gwenpool nerdy life, essentially, so that's why I put that there. This is where the 2022 spread went. I think this looks really good next to Gwenpool as well, because you've got the slight bit of pink in here as well, so it sort of all nicely fits in. I haven't decided if I'm going to colour all of these in yet. I may do, I may not. I will decide that later. Then I've obviously got the 2022 best movies bit. I obviously haven't filled it in yet because 2022 hasn't even started. But then this is my January page. I've just finished it off with a little bit of washi tape again, and then just coloured these in because I didn't like it black and white, quite frankly. I wanted a dash of colour, so I just quickly coloured it in. Then again, this is my mood tracker. Again, I've just added a little bit of washi tape as well, just to add a little bit of colour while I wait to colour all of this in. But I've just got happy, sad, fine, tired and angry in here as well. Excuse my handwriting, it is awful, but there we go. And I'm just going to obviously colour it in according to my moods each day. This is going to be my quote page. I admittedly haven't figured that out yet, but I will be doing some sort of quote here. I've then also got my productivity tracker. This is just how I track my my days and what I've done. This is my version of a habit tracker, and I just fill in each of these boxes with what activities I've done. That could be like writing, it could be editing, prep work, DIY, housework, reading, anything like that. It all just gets put into these boxes, and I find this works a little bit better for me than a normal habit tracker because it makes me feel that little bit more productive, I guess. So that's why I use these instead of habit trackers now. And then I just filled in the bottom bit as well with some more washi tape. And yes, I know most of these spreads do not have a 31 on it. I was an idiot, but the ones that go onto the Etsy store will have a 31 bit on anything that has been missed. And then I've also finished it off with another Iron Man and a Captain America as well, because you can never go wrong with Iron Man and Captain America. Then this is my first weekly spread, and this is obviously just penciled in at the moment because these are the ideas I've got for content, but I've just got to figure it out just that little bit more. I've currently left these bits blank, but I may colour them in later. And then I've just finished it off with a nice McFly bit from the O2, which was the last concert I went to in 2021, so very happy with that. I think it looks really nice. I may put another one here, I don't know yet, but very happy with this little picture here. My next one, same again, but this time I've got a Loki on this side with more content penciled in, then more content and a little Groot. And then finally I have Angela, who is also one of Thor's relatives from the comics. So just thought I'd put her in there as well because Thor Love and Thunder is coming soon, actually, in 2022. And I may actually fill in a little bit more of these with some content ideas for TikTok, stuff like that. I don't know yet, but I'm leaving it intentionally blank for either pictures or more content ideas. And then I've just got room for my January goals, money spent, and then finally best moments of the month. I'm also probably going to put in here a best book of the month, but we'll see what happens. I just wanted a little bit more of a sort of reminder of the good things that happen each month of this year, because quite frankly like the last couple have sucked, and I think it would be a good idea to just sort of have that little bit of memory of good moments throughout the year. And that is my shop drop and the things I've done in my bullet journal. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give me a thumbs up, comment down below, tell me what you've put in your journals or your favourite spread. I'd love to know. Or if you don't have that much time, leave me a pen or a pencil emoji down below to let me know that you were here. I'll Also leave a link down below to all of my social media if you want to check it out, including to the Comic Book Sanctum, which is my website dedicated to Marvel Comics, as well as to my Redbubble and Etsy store, which is going to have all of these spreads in, along with those t-shirts and stuff like that as well, if you are interested in any of that. And if you want to see any more of my videos, please click subscribe here, and over here will be the link to my previous video. But until next time everyone, bye!